sky's on fire, breezes blowing, full of burning desire, day is closing.
Well, the struggle for economic justice is best done by those who are victims. They're the ones who have the greatest stake in improving the system. They're the ones who want to make government defend victims, not represent perpetrators. And that's why I think that the cardinal economic movement in this country is the consumer movement.
So of course, no one wants to have unsafe products, or no one wants to have dirty air or suffer other kinds of health impairments. But our resources in the nation as a whole are limited. We can afford only so much given over to these areas.
It is the Congress's obligation, it's the government's obligation to protect consumers against things they cannot protect themselves against.
What then is the answer to why Americans have been so often at risk in the marketplace? We have seen throughout the history of consumer reform that there are no simple, enduring solutions, that consumer protection is not attained merely by writing a new regulation or by dismantling old ones. Different challenges to our safety, to our health, and to our economic well-being may require different responses, not only from Washington, but from grassroots groups, that loosely organized coalition sometimes called the consumer movement.
I don't know where the money comes from, just out of a Social Security check, which is very small. And therefore, our utility bills are extremely too high.
In San Antonio, Texas, a health care clinic was organized by low-income consumers.
Your brother, what you gonna do tonight?
In Laurel, Maryland, the Citizens Labor Energy Coalition petitions against rising home heating prices. The consumer movement was born out of the social turbulence of the industrial age. More than a century later, the question remains: will organized consumer protest continue as a vibrant force in our history, or will it fade away into the deregulatory atmosphere of the 1980s?
Consumers have to organize. They have to organize at the grassroots, and they have to organize in the kind of coalitions with other groups who are really seeking economic justice, economic democracy.
It is increasingly difficult because of the increasing complexity, rapidity of change, technological development, and organizational power of which confront the consumer, but the vision is still there and the need is still there, and I think even greater.
As we move ahead in society for the technological development, there are all kinds of problems. There will always be areas where the user must be considered. The big thing is, will we have people who are aware of this? Will they have their head up? Will they look? Will they have the information to make these decisions? And if they do, then I think all is going to be well and good.
The author of Your Money's Worth, published in 1927, Stuart Chase, is now in his 90s. He is still asking the same questions, still giving voice to consumer protest. According to Mr. Chase, the consumer is still Alice. The marketplace is still Wonderland.
It is the consumer's move. If he wants to leave Wonderland, there is a way out, and the clear possibility of drastically reducing the cost of living. He can get his money's worth if he is willing to organize to get it. The market always responds to organized pressure. Yes, sir.